Good morning. How are you? Before the lockdown started and we were told that we had to stay at home and be very careful about social distancing, I began to think, what could I actually do? What could I have to occupy me in those moments when I have much more free time? So I wondered about the possibility of having a jigsaw. I thought, wouldn't it be nice to have a really big jigsaw that I could have out on the table, that I could dip in and out of whenever I felt like it. And yeah, it just sounded like a lovely thing to do. So I was very quickly going to discover that everybody had the same idea. As I headed to Tesco's, I was to discover that the only jigsaws that I could actually buy were those little children's jigsaws with about 6 large pieces in it. I thought I could do better than that wasn't quite right for me. So I then tried to explore the possibility of buying one on the internet through Amazon or eBay. And what I was shocked to discover there was that everybody had beaten me to it. But I did persist and eventually was able to purchase a jigsaw, which arrived about 10 days later. Now, the only reason I was able to get that jigsaw was because it was a Christmas scene, and obviously nobody else wanted that. Large Santa Claus right in the middle, Santa sack to one side, Christmas tree on the other. But I thought, hey, so what? It's a jigsaw. I didn't realise how difficult it would be to piece together a 1,500 piece jigsaw with pieces the size of this, and unfortunately an awful lot of red and an awful lot of grey, and each piece there seemed to be multiples of the same colour and virtually the same shape. So I began to really struggle and got really frustrated as to what went where, and when it looked as if that should go there, well actually no, it shouldn't. So I became convinced that there were pieces of this jigsaw missing and needed to be returned because it was just becoming impossible. I then found 2 pieces underneath my chair and I thought, aha, that's the answer. Those 2 pieces are knocking this jigsaw out completely. No. There was nothing wrong with the jigsaw, it just is extremely difficult and far too many pieces. But just over 2 weeks into this, doing a little bit every day, I'm now quite pleased with myself because I've actually got all of the edges worked round and I've got a foundation for my jigsaw. But that has started me wondering about ourselves. Are we all a little bit about like a jigsaw, like the pieces within a jigsaw? You know, it's possible even on some of these gloriously sunny mornings, it's still possible to wake up and wonder, what can I do to make a difference? It's possible to wake up on a morning like that and feel extremely tired, extremely worried, extremely overwhelmed, and maybe extremely inadequate. Days like that really test our faith and can actually dilute our faith at times and our trust. And I think when that happens, it discourages us and makes us feel even worse about ourselves. Do you often think, well, I'm like this little grey, small piece of jigsaw, so therefore I have no value. I'm not very bright or interesting. I'm sure someone else could do it better than me because there's lots of people like this, bright and cheery and clever and witty and seem to have a lot of talents and a lot of skills. They are the people that make a difference in people's lives. At least that's what we think. And yet, last weekend, we celebrated the wonder of the cross. The sacrifice that Jesus made for you and for me. And you know what excites me about that whole thing? Is that even if you or I had been the only people on this earth, he still would have sacrificed his life for you or for me. He loves us that much. I think that's incredible. And you know, it doesn't matter what we did yesterday or what we failed to do. His love is not conditional on that. His is an unconditional love. His mercies each morning are new. And he starts over with us each morning. He gives us the opportunity to start over and maybe do a little bit better than we did the day before. God has no hands but ours. I love that quote from Teresa Avila, which says, Christ has no body now but yours. No hands, no feet on earth but yours. Yours are the eyes through which he looks with compassion on this world. Yours are the feet with which he walks to do good. Yours are the hands through which he blesses all the world. Yours are the hands, yours are the feet, yours are the eyes. You are his body. Christ has no body now on earth but yours. And you see, God is the creator of the jigsaw. God is the master of this world. Before you were born, he had a plan for you that only you could do. And despite the tsunami of this horrendous COVID-19 virus, nothing can thwart those plans that he had for you. They will continue to be. But I hear you say, I'm too old. I don't see anybody all day. But I hear you say, I'm too young. I'm surrounded by kids all day. They're bored. They're missing school. They're missing their friends. I hear you say, I am this piece of jigsaw. I want to encourage you today that you are vital, that you are significant, and you are worthy. Just like in my jigsaw, without this little piece, the picture won't be complete. So can you send a card today? Can you send a text to someone to encourage them and offer hope? Or do you not feel able to do any of those things? And if you can't, that's okay. Because you know, the biggest gift that you can offer anyone today is to pray for them. What a blessing that will be. So today, be encouraged, be strengthened by His power, that you are enough. You are already enough. And God wants to use you to complete His picture. God bless you today. See you soon. Bye.